Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we talk about the price of Bitcoin, what I expected to do before the Fed rate decision this Wednesday, and how are the bots doing on the channel account. Remember, if you sign up with the link in the description, you're going to get a 3% rebate on all of your transaction fees on Pionex. On this bot alone, as you can see on Solana, there's 465 rounds, which means 930 transactions in 23 days. So it's a good discount. If you don't want to use it, feel free. But I just wanted to let you know that. All right. Okay. So Bitcoin price for the past 3 days has been going a little bit down, but let's see what we can expect before the Fed decision that is in 2 days and 7 hours. And I mean, there's not going to be a surprise. There's going to be 25 basic points reduction, but the difference will be on the language that Jerome Powell uses. If Jerome is too dovish, we could see a pump on the prices. If he is a little bit hawkish, we could see a small correction and then a pump later in the month or even probably beginning of October. So if we go up or if we go down, where are the stops where we can see Bitcoin finding some resistance or finding some support? Let's talk first on the way up. If we take a look at the Fibonacci retracement golden ratio, we remember that we have a resistance around 117,500 to 118,000. We can also see it with the anchor VWAP from the top. See how in the past 4 days, Bitcoin has found a resistance here. We could break it to go here. And also, if we take a look at the volume fixed range, the point of control is exactly at 117,933, and that's in Binance. So somewhere around 118,000, we have a confluence of resistance. So depending on what happens on Wednesday, we can either go higher from here, from today until Wednesday, find resistance, and depending on what Powell says, we can go down or we can break up. If we break up, next resistance will be around 119,600. And if Jerome Powell's speech is quite hawkish instead of dovish, we could go lower, somewhere around $113,000. I don't think we can go lower, but this is crypto. You never know. But right now, the range that we are talking goes between 118 to 113. And if we break 118, next stop will be around 119, 120. Okay. So all eyes on Wednesday for what Jerome Powell has to say. You can also see how nicely we have been finding resistance at this point, that we can see it has few places here, and there you go, 1 and 2. So support at 114.8 at the moment, resistance at 116 at the moment. But again, the main target for the next 2 days is this pocket here. And depending on what Powell says, we break through or we go to the downside to the 113,000. How are the bots doing? Well, the bots were doing definitely better 3 days ago, but still, they're all in green. The cash ones and the M coins ones, the ones that give me cryptos. The cash ones, Ethereum and Sui, both are green thanks to the grid profit, and they are red on the price. So again, another reason to use bots. Even though the price of the asset is below entrance, I have a positive bot at 7%. And also this one is Sui. As you can see, the price right now, 352. The price at entrance, 359, 360. And we are on the green instead of being in red. On the M coins, XRP, same thing. Up on the grid, down on the price, up in the total. Bitcoin, same thing. Up on the grid, down on the price, green in the total. And Solana, 3 days ago on Friday, I show you a video where I removed all the grid profit that I had, removed 50% of the investment and removed 50% of the profit, and still green, green, and green. So Solana's bot has been great lately. Let's go with a little bit of news. Why I also think that we can go higher and grab this liquidity at 117, 118. You can see at the liquidation map, there are 190 million and another 163 million at around 117, 118,000. You can also see it here. That's people with 100x leverage. Let's remember, market makers love to liquidate the 100x leverage people, and this one is at around 117,000. So yeah, this is doable. To go a little bit higher is definitely doable. On the CBD indicator, we can see that on the 12-hour chart, we have an up price and a lower CBD. CBD basically what it's telling us is that there are more sellers than buyers on the market. And even though there are more sellers, the price keeps going higher. So this is a bullish signal. This could be good if Jerome Powell is dovish on the Wednesday meeting. That would bring us to 120 easily. Also, you can see at the daily exchange volume that we are going back up. We are not at higher highs yet, but the direction is the good one. If we keep going up, that is good for the price. If we go lower, that won't be good for the price. We are on altcoin season, and remember that the last altcoin seasons that we have lasted, the one in 22, the summer of 22, and that was 3 years ago. Time flies. That was about a month. But the last ones that we had, they were just a few days. Does that mean that we have a week until the prices go lower and then we have to wait for years? No, I don't think so. But I don't think we're going to be here all the time until November. I think we're going to have a peak, go lower, and then a last peak at the end of the year, and then down we go. Keep that in mind. And finally, the CBBI, the confidence we're at the peak is at 76. Remember, anything above 80 is a good moment to sell, and anything about 90 is a good moment to sell absolutely everything and wait for the next bull market. So we're still on the bull. We can still hold our coins for a few more weeks or months until the CBBI tells us to get out of the party. And finally, tomorrow, as you requested, I will be doing a video about how extra margin really works. Remember, the extra margin is this part here that allows us to get the liquidation price farther from the current price and not get liquidated. Okay, so if you want to learn a little bit more about how the extra margin works, you can watch the video tomorrow. And that's all for today. You guys stay on the green, be happy. See you tomorrow.